beautiful quay walls that are obviously still in construction mode. And we have the plan for the next large development of our city. I think it's looking really, really cool. You know, we have a grid pattern going on, but it's deviated a little bit from the norm. You know, not everything is perfect over here because not everything is perfect in the world, you know, and I want the city to resemble that. But guys, let's get into the meat and the potatoes. Today's gonna be a big one because we are going to be building a ginormous piece of infrastructure for the city. Maybe going a little bit overboard on it. You know, we could have done it in smaller pieces, but I just had this kind of vision for this area over here and really just thought it would be fun to build it. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm really excited. And yeah, there are a few things that we're going to do before we start this. One of them being this cargo hub is getting messed up by a tidal wave right now, which is crazy because I don't know where this originated from. It doesn't really make any sense to me. This is not really an ocean, it's more of a lake. I mean, I guess that could be, anyway, it doesn't really make any sense. The thing that we're going to be doing over here is this train line, for whatever reason, says there aren't any vehicles. I don't really know why that is. So we're just gonna put this down to one assigned vehicle and that should fix the problem. I don't know why that's giving us issues, but it is and it has been, so that's just an easy fix there. The other thing that we're going to do is I'm gonna press play now and we're gonna look away from this tidal wave and pretend it doesn't exist because yep. And then we're gonna come in here and we're just gonna put a little bit more high density places. I don't know why this is here. It's really bothering me. Oh, it's her. Can you delete someone? She's just been sitting here for how long? Waiting for an ambulance. And because of her, a building won't grow here either, which is odd. Actually, I'm wondering if there's an easier way to fix this. Let's bring a path right here. Haha, look at that. And let's take this out. And does that kind of fix this? It's a little bit fixed. Maybe we put a park over here, honestly. Maybe that works. Are these 3 deep? Like if I bring this here? Okay, so that's kind of like this. If we take this and this out, what happens here? Okay. It'll let us do 4 deep. There we go. Perfect. So now we can add a little building back here and cool. Awesome. I like that. Fix that issue. Really, really nice. Let's put a few trees back here. Perfect, right across from the tennis court, looking really, really nice. And this building's gonna be really tall, so I think it's time to add a few buildings around here that will kind of complement it as well. So let's take out this building right here. Let's take out these 2 as well. And we're not gonna do the full size because those are gonna be quite large. This one we can do the full size, and let's see if we can get just 1 building. It wants to give us 2, that's fine. These are 5x2s, so let's see if we can get some other variations over here. Cool. And let's add a few more of these. So actually now we don't need to, we've filled our high density demand. The next thing that we're gonna do is we have a medium demand. And we noticed this in the last episode. And don't worry, we're gonna get to what we're meant to do here. But we noticed this in the last episode that if we go into our low density, this area, these houses over here, these are not meant for low density anymore. It is way too dense over here. So I think, especially over here as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to de-zone all of these areas right here. This is still good for row homes, so we don't really need to worry about that. But over here, we can take these out. All of these, look at how fast they move out as well, just because people don't want to live here. We're a little bit too close to density. And I'm gonna try something. These are low density as well. Let's take these out too. Cool. Now I'm gonna try something. I know that we have these townhomes here, and I'm wondering what it would look like if we had, oh, we have a bit of a traffic jam over here. It should be fine. And I'm wondering what it would look like if we had, like, you know, medium density townhomes, and then we had some more medium density over here. So I think we're just gonna do that. Before we do though, I'm gonna add a little bit of a park. I'm thinking maybe we put like a small plaza over here. To do that, I'm gonna bring a walking, like a pedestrian path over here. And we're gonna put a park in the middle of it. And maybe we just do a large city park right here, honestly. Right like there, and then we can put all of our little buildings around it. I think that could work quite nicely, actually. So let's do some buildings right over here, and then we'll fill in this other area here. We do have this, which is an old mill ruins. That actually looks quite nice. Let's put it over here, kind of away from everything. Close enough that it still exists, you know? And then let's paint some of this, some of these areas over here. And really, again, we're just kind of seeing what this looks like. Oh, we got a new building. That's fun. The Rubik apartments. That sounds fun. Let's place that down as well. See how it looks. Kind of huge, actually. Won't fit. It looks kind of like... It looks really nice, actually. Cool. But let's place the rest of these down as well. And maybe we'll put them around this building. And hopefully that looks decent. Cool, just want some different variations over here, you know. Perfect, just like that. Awesome. We'll let these grow in, and we'll see how this looks afterwards. So while this is growing in, because we're also going to have quite a pretty decent demand for customers over here. So these are definitely going to be needed. Okay, so now let's get into what we're actually doing today. We are going to be building out a little, not like a harbor, but like this is going to be kind of like a dense area, another dense area. So we're going to be building out quay walls around this lake that I think are going to look quite nice. So the first thing that we need to do is we do need to buy some of these tiles. So I'm going to come up to here, and then we're going to buy these two as well. And I'm wondering, do we want this one? I don't think we're going to buy this one yet. I think we're going to stop right here, and then the road, like we're going to have it, our quay wall kind of come over here around and stop here, and then probably come up and meet up with this highway. That way it kind of all clicks together. So yeah, let's buy these. Perfect. Unfortunately, we did have to buy these two because this piece of land right here, or else we would just have a very small little island, which I guess wouldn't be the end of the world. But anyway, let's see how we're going to do this. This is going to be quite the project. So we're going to leave everything running. That way this comes in and we can see how it looks afterwards. But the first thing, this is how we're going to do this. We're going to build out, I'm going to come up about 30 meters, roughly. It doesn't really matter. And we're going to kind of place roads, like guideline roads. So like this is kind of where we want this to be, and kind of come around and hug the land portion of this, and kind of like allow the land to let us have a little bit more fun with the design. That way it's not just like boop, 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 you know, like straight right angles and everything, but we have some curve, or not some curves, but like we have some, like, you know, some different angles other than just 90 degrees. So we'll place a few roads that kind of like make sense. I also want to do a harbor over here, so we do have to consider how big that is. Let's actually look at that. A harbor's quite large. Okay, and I want to place it and see how it looks. So I'm just going to place it real quick. It is quite large, but that's fine. Okay, so let's place down some roads so that we can know what our general area is going to look like. Not perfect, so we're gonna come in here and we're just gonna clean it up when we can. Maybe what we'll do is we'll try to remember the angles that we take. So for example, this is going to be a 120. Which means that if we want this to be flat, then that angle needs to be off another 120. So let's grab, say, this, and we'll send it 90 degrees this way. Perfect. And now we can take this out and do like a 140. Perfect, just like that. And then just like that. Cool. And that way the angles, at least like down here, and although like we can have some different angles around here, but this like flat line or whatever is perpendicular, or sorry, parallel with these ones over here. And that this 90-degree angle is the same as this one. And that way it's not, you know what I mean? It's all up here. Sorry, I'm slow right now because I've been sick for a couple days, so I do apologize. Cool. And then we'll come up here and let's do like a 130, which means that this needs to be a 130 as well. And now if we look at this, it should make a little bit of sense, you know, still be easy. And now let's go up to like here, because I'm gonna come in here and look at the harbor. And how big is this bad boy? Pretty large. Yeah, so that's okay there. And then we can take this and send it out this way, and then we can send it up here. Well, and we'll bring it like there for now. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So how we're gonna do this is, because when we were doing the keys over here, we noticed that the water on, you know, a little bit more west is higher than the water on the east side. We have to assume the same thing over here, that the water over here is gonna be higher than the water over here. So we need to grab the height from over here and bring it over. And I'm thinking as like an easy kind of thing, I'm gonna grab this dark line right here and bring it over. And we're gonna use this as like kind of our like main height. So we're gonna go up to 50, and now we're just gonna draw where this road is. Perfect. And I'm gonna bring the strength a little bit up as well. And we're gonna fill in all of these areas as well. This would be quite the expensive project. Cool, cool, cool. And then we're going to increase the brush strength up to like here. We're just going to fill in the rest because we're going to be bringing our roads over here as well, and kind of having a bunch of fun with that. We'll bring this out to about here. Perfect. This is a huge huge terraforming project that the city would be doing, bringing prosperity for all in the future. And then I'm just gonna do this. Not that this is at all needed, but just for now, just for my own peace of heart. Okay, so now we have our general kind of area of what we want this to look like. Now what we're going to do is we're gonna take these roads, we're gonna go back down to 0, and we're just gonna draw in under this road, a road on the ground. Just kind of every few, like under each pillar. And these are gonna be our guideline roads. Perfect. So without these roads, it just makes it a lot more difficult. And you need about 2. 3 is slightly unnecessary. 2 is kind of needed. And because we already have these bridges in, these should all, like when you come up to the very peak of bird's eye view, it should all fit quite nicely. I'm only gonna do 2. And then we can come over here and do the same thing. Cool, cool, cool. And then over here, I think we'll kind of cross this when we get to it. I kind of have an idea of what I would like to do, but yeah. Okay, so then we come back over into our terrain tool. We come back into our level terrain. We're gonna go down 30 because these are already in. Now we're going to grab a height that is above the water. So I'm just gonna grab this one, and we're gonna use this, and we're gonna follow along this bridge. And now actually we can take out this bridge because I'm gonna leave it in for most of it, but just to start the process, because we might have missed some, like a road under the bridge that we needed. But now we know that we want our key wall to follow along this line right here. So we're going to take this height and just bring it all the way over to about here. Awesome, awesome. And then yeah, we'll take this out because we don't need that, and we'll follow this line. And I'm thinking actually we should probably upgrade all of these because I would like these to be larger streets, and that way we can get more accurate guidelines. So now if we just take this, and now we have this, our first little 0 over here, and this should, let me just make sure. Yeah, okay, perfect. And I don't know how far, I'm just thinking, because this is gonna come probably straight or maybe a little bit windy. So let's just bring this to about here. And my main goal while building this is going to be to keep our slope at 0. And that way we're not like, it's not hilly anywhere. So let's take this out, knowing that we have this one over here. So we're at a 0, 1, which is not bad, but I would like to keep it to as 0 as possible. So if we come here, it looks pretty good. Awesome, awesome, cool, cool, cool. And now we are going to be in the very long business of fixing this up. And I'm gonna come down here. So we're gonna be playing around with elevation a lot, or else we're gonna get very like hilly keys, which is not super, super fun. So I'm gonna come down all the way to the last step of elevation. And like, for example, let's say we place this, right? It's a -2.5, doesn't feel like a lot, but it comes down, right? Which is definitely not something that we want. So we take this out, we can come back in here and kind of try to fix it up. If we come here and it says a -2, we can come up 1.25 meters, and now it's a 0.1, and that should fix the problem. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And now we can take these out. I'm going to take this all the way over to here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We'll upgrade these roads. Should have done this in the beginning, but I think that's okay. And honestly, maybe I'll just upgrade all of these right now. Perfect. Okay, so then keeping this guideline, see how this looks. Looking good over here. Awesome, awesome. Oh, this one wasn't upgraded. And now, yeah, we should be able to honestly take out all of these. We're going to take out up to here because we know that this is going to be a little straight. And now we should have all of the angles. Perfect, perfect. Cool, cool, cool. We'll take this out. And now, yeah, we just really get into it at this point. Come up to a 0.05, which is about as good as we're gonna get. And now this is perfect over here. Awesome. And that's why we needed two roads as guidelines. Perfect, and perfect angles that come across here. Now we have this guideline to use. So I'm probably just gonna rush through this, and that way we get it done fast. And yeah, and we'll come back. I'll speed this up pretty fast, but we'll come back when this is all done. All right, so we're gonna bring it to about here for now. And now what we need to do is we need to fix all of the lumpies and the bumpies that live on this key, or else it's going to drive me crazy. If we look, this is a roller coaster, which is so frustrating because I feel like I took the best amount of time that I ever could have taken. So we're gonna come over here and just like coming down to like the road level, we're just gonna kind of pan across to see what areas are bumpy and then go in and fix those manually. And that is one thing that I do really miss about CS1 or Cities 1 is Move It. It was so much easier to fix things like this, and now we just have to kind of fiddle with it to make it perfect. It is what it is, but yeah, I would love Move It. That would be really, really nice. So I'm noticing this area right here. It's not super bad, but it is something that we might as well fix. So let's take this out. Cool, we come back, perfect. This road, this is when it starts to get really windy. Maybe I got tired. That could have been it too. Maybe I got a little tired. Guilty as charged. So right here and right here. So how we're gonna fix this is I'm gonna take some roads and know that these are where we wanna fix it. That makes it bumpy. That fixes the bumpy. Let's see how this looks. That looks great. A little bit of a dip over here, but it's not that bad, honestly. We can't fix that with this. Let's just try it one more time. Crazy how finicky this game is. Awesome, looking really, really nice. Now we look over on this road. This road seems pretty straight. This road, this road's a roller coaster. Okay, let's fix this one too. Let's look, and so we can take a road right here and come out right about here. Perfect, so we'll take this guy out. And really, we're looking for that 0% slope or anything close to it. So now this should be fixed right here. Perfect. Like anything in between one, like usually will be fine. Usually. As long as we can move the dirt underneath. But like this piece right here, for example, this looks like it comes up and then this one comes down. So we'll grab our road and just fix these areas. We'll take this out. Honestly, we can even try to just redraw it. just like that. Awesome. We'll do the same thing right over here, and I don't love that one. Amazing. One more. So we'll come up here. Let's come up over here. That worked out well. Oh my God. And now look at that. Very flat, very nice. And now we get into the real roller coaster. Oh my God. It would be kind of fun to drive this road in real life, but we won't make our Sims do that. That would be awful. So let's start from here and we'll take out both of these. Oh, and interesting. This is not a perfect 90. So let's actually take this out and let's make a perfect 90. And it doesn't want to, of course, obviously. Why would it be easy for us? Perfect. We'll send this all the way out here, and then we'll bring this out here, and knowing that we have to fix this because it's already awful. Ah, my God. We'll take this, and now let's take this out. We'll have to take this one as well. That looks pretty dang good. And our grid is going to be a little messed up in this area, and that's just because keys are not perfect, and that's just going to be a little bit of an imperfection that we have to live with. Unfortunately, it is the way that it is sometimes, you know. Perfect. We bring this out to about here for now. Awesome. Looking really, really good. And honestly, we might actually take this and bring it back a bit. So let's take this road and we'll do here. The reason being is we're going to end up upgrading this this highway or this arterial through here. It will stay as an arterial, and then we'll have some collectors that kind of come off of it. But we're going to keep it here, but we are going to upgrade it. We should probably do that. Okay, so let's upgrade this road now. And I think we'll probably keep it as a highway for the time being. We'll take it here all the way, honestly, probably up to here, and then we'll upgrade this. Perfect. Awesome. And that'll just help through here. It was a 4-lane anyway, but I think this will be a little bit, it makes a little bit more sense. I would like to make this a large road at some point, like a 6-lane road, but for now, I think it'll be fine just the way that it is. The one thing that I do think that we're going to fix, however, is its height. So let's come into our heights and let's see this piece right here. Yeah, so I'm going to, we actually don't need it, which is kind of fun. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn on our contour lines. I'm gonna go, okay, so this right here is the height that we want. Take this out, and then we're gonna delete it all the way, honestly, to probably right here. And now we'll come into our heights, our level terrain tool. We'll turn this up, bring it down to 50, and we'll just take this height and we'll bring it all the way over here. Perfect, right by our train line. And then this will be the height that we come off of from the bridge, if that makes sense. So let's grab this 4-lane highway. And yeah, if we send it straight, it's gonna hit some stuff, which is fine. But we can kind of wrap around. Cool. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this right here and send it straight over here. Awesome. And now let's come into our complex curve tool mode. And honestly, I don't love that just because it's gonna meet up here anyway. So now I think what we'll do is we'll take this road and we'll send it straight and see where it will link up. So we'll do a 180 and now we should be on the ground. Perfect. Yeah, and let's just see where this links up if we send it straight. And maybe we do a very large complex curve mode, actually. So we take this up 180, we come over here, and now we grab this and we bring it up. And let's see, how does this look now? This looks much better. I actually really like that. I like the way that this looks. Cool. And now we can take this off. Bam, done. Easy, easy, easy. And the reason why I wanted to do this, the main reason, was I would like this road now to kind of curve in right over here. So let's take this guy out. Let's actually start it. Let's do this. We're going to create a guideline right about here. Perfect, because this is going to be where the water starts, right? This is our bridge, which means that we can take this out and now we can curve in this 2-lane road right into our highway right here. And actually maybe what we do is we grab our highway and start the curve from this angle. Or actually I have an even better idea. Let's grab this like that. Yeah, I think that actually looks much, much, much better. Cool, cool, cool. Everything is looking really, really nice over here. The one thing that I want to do is a couple things, actually. I want to make sure that will this fit? It will. Awesome. If we can get it to actually stick, which is the key. It won't fit over here. That's fine. Yeah, it seems like it needs some grass, which is frustrating. Or some, so maybe what we do is we just see if this will even fit over here. We don't need to put this in just yet. Oh, it needs, you know why? It doesn't want to snap to this side of the road because there's no zoning on these sides of the road. That's fine. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We're not going to be filling in this area with water just yet. Reason being, we want to fill out our grid over here, and so we know what's going on. Because if we don't, then building these roads when there's water on the other side is just much, much, much more difficult. So what we are going to do though is we are going to have a road that comes back here, kind of 90 degrees all the way over here. Now it's going to cut through this hilly area, which is fine. And I'm wondering, do we just level it? I don't think so. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into our slope terrain tool, and I'm going to grab this height right here, and we're going to send it right over here. Perfect. And we're going to try to bring up enough room that kind of makes sense. And we might have to buy this tile just so that we can soften the terrain, because this looks awful. But now we can send this road straight out here, and yep, see, funny, picked the wrong side, that's fine. Or not, went too far. And now if we send this all the way out, awesome, look at that. That's gonna be such a nice little road too. So let's actually, while we're here, we know we're gonna want trees in the middle, and we know we're gonna want our grass median in the middle as well. And I think that that's gonna look super, super, super cool. Oh my God, that's gonna look nice. Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna soften it up around here if we can. Yeah, we can. So we actually have to buy this tile. Fantastic. Which is fine. We would need it anyway, but so we're gonna soften it up around here. And then this hill, I don't know exactly what we're gonna do with it yet. So we're gonna leave it. The one thing that I do really, really, really want to do is let's build out our grid over here a little bit. So it doesn't make sense to have a road that comes this way. So we're gonna have some roads that come around here. Perfect. And then we'll come up to here, do the same thing. 90 degrees, should be 90 degree on both sides. Awesome, awesome. And then this road will come down, probably meet up right about here. This is all, yeah, sunken. So let's actually, just for peace of mind, I'm gonna bring it in to about here, just so I know what's going on in my head. Perfect. Not the nicest looking thing in the entire world, but that's fine. That's okay. And then, yeah, so it's going to be a gridded area over here, but it's not going to be as rigid, even as our downtown area over here, right? So just knowing that we don't have nothing, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect, is just kind of honestly liberating a little bit. And a little bit of, if you notice, like obviously we have our gridded, like our gridded area. Sorry, my brain is just so slow. I've just been literally bedridden for days. You'll notice that our gridded out areas, or our grid, is very broken up, and we're gonna come in with paths afterwards to fix it all up. The main thing that I'm trying to do right now is just figure out kind of like where we're going to have our zoned out area. So like this, perfect. And then we'll come in maybe a little bit closer. Definitely one right here. Maybe we take this out and we put one right in the middle. Perfect, perfect. And then right over here as well. Yes. Yeah, so we'll come in with paths. We'll find areas that we want there to be parks in as well, and kind of do all that kind of fun stuff. I'm gonna bring this back just a bit, just so that we can have an area over here that's kind of zoned out, or gridded out, I guess. So 90, 90. We'll definitely have one come up here. We'll have this one as well. I think that would make sense. And then we'll do like one more. Perfect. Awesome. Awesome. And now we need to do this side as well, which is going to be a wee bit easier. I think what we'll do is we'll have this road. Let me see. I'm seeing so many guidelines. It's insane. Perfect, just like that. Cool, cool. And we will take out roads as we kind of need to, because obviously not all of these roads are going to be 100% useful. But we also should think about what roads are going to be collectors through here as well. Things that will link up kind of everything. And we might, honestly, we might make this road a collector across here. So let's actually upgrade it right now so it's in our mind. Just like that, and then we send this straight up. We'll do a 180 here, and I'm gonna flatten it out up to here. And maybe what we do is we see how high this is gonna be. Yeah, so we bring it out to here. Let's actually take it back a bit. Bring it to, yeah, here. And then let's see what the slope would be on this. Probably pretty high. Actually, it might not be that bad. It's not as bad as it could be, to be honest with you. And I think that looks pretty decent. I like that. We have that one collector across here. We should probably have a collector around here as well. And I'm thinking, let's make it this road right here or this one. I'm gonna do this one because I think this is gonna be a collector as well that kind of goes across. So yeah, let's upgrade this. Perfect, perfect. And I'm gonna send this out here, and I'm wondering, do we just level this entire thing? That seems not super cool. But you know what? We've kind of been doing not super cool things all day. So I say we should probably just do it. Let's grab our level terrain tool. I'm gonna take this height and we're gonna bring it all the way up here. And then we're gonna come into our soften terrain tool. We're gonna bring it up to 100, and then we're gonna soften it around so it doesn't look absolutely ridiculous. I think that looks fairly decent. Forgive me if you're like, what are you doing? Please forgive. This is like the master plan. We'll do 180. Doesn't want to give us our perfect angles, which is frustrating, but it's fine. That's a 179, 180. Awesome, just like that. And then I said we were going to upgrade this one as well. So let's just do that while it's fresh in our mind. Perfect, perfect. And it's pretty close to this arterial, but I think that that's fine for the most part. Like, I don't think this will be the busiest collector, but it's going to pick up a lot of the traffic and bring it up over here. And there may be cause to put some roundabouts in these areas. And I think that actually we're going to do that. So we'll put one here. We'll put one over here. And then these ones, we'll wait for these ones. Maybe we put one here as well. I don't think we need to. I think these ones are the main ones. And the only reason why we're putting these in before it starts to get busy is just because these areas are probably going to be a little gridlocked because they're very, very, very close. And I actually don't love how close these are. So I think one thing that we'll also do is we're going to take out the traffic lights over here as well. And hopefully that, you know, solves this problem preemptively. Worst case scenario, if these start to get really, really busy and we just kind of bring this highway back a little bit. And honestly, we're going to have to build an actual freeway through these areas anyway. And like this one would have been a perfect one had we not deleted the underground portion, but you know, we're here. We've done what we did. We'll survive. So before we go, I want to finish out these areas. So let's just do that really quickly. Our master plan is coming to fruition. We do have some larger blocks in these areas as well, which I think is going to make for an interesting design. Perfect. Weird designs that we got going on, but that's okay. Just thinking about where we want to send this road. Probably about here. And this intersection is awful. That's okay. Yeah, I was watching, the reason why we're trying to have a little bit more fun with these intersections, I know I like to make the grids and make them look all nice and pretty all the time, but I was watching $2.20 and his cities look more, you know, random, I guess. And he was talking about how like that's just kind of how real cities are made. So I just wanted to incorporate that a little bit in this area, right? Like obviously we have an idea and we have a plan. And in the real world, obviously this would not be done like this. It would probably be done in sections. Like you might start with this section over here and then you move on over here, and then, you know, this is under construction for 25 years and then this part is on, you know, and that's kind of how it's done. But this is a game. We like to make take some liberties, if you will. And I just kind of wanted to have a little bit of fun over here, you know, fun with these areas. We'll send this out all the way over here. We'll do the same with this road. Perfect, just like that. And then we'll take these and we'll come all the way up too. Perfect. And then these larger blocks over here, right? And these honestly could probably be our low density housing for now. And then we have a little bit of higher density around the edge over here. I do want to do all of our zoning and all of everything over there. Look at this weird intersection. Let's change this. I don't know what's going on here. And I think we're going to do all of that, honestly, in the next episode, because we've done a lot. We have done an absolute ton. And I'm proud. I'm proud of what we have accomplished, trying to make these perfect in a non-perfect world. Yeah, so in the next one, we're going to work on our ferry or our harbor system over here, probably our ferry. And then we're going to start zoning in these areas, right? Building some trees along this road over here. And maybe we actually put those in now just because they take literally forever to grow. Perfect, just like that. Awesome. Nothing crazy, just a little bit of something, you know, just a little bit of something. And yeah, so in the next one, we will clear up all of these areas over here. We're going to add our ferry system over here as well, which I'm very excited for. And yeah, guys, if you made it this far and you liked the video, like the video. If you love the video and you're not subscribed, what are you doing, man? Subscribe down below. Let me know in the comments section if you think this was a bit overkill. I do think it was a bit overkill, but I also think it's gonna look super cool the way that the city is expanding upwards on the lake. I think that you know, across the highway, I think it's gonna look really cool. I'm very, very, very excited for it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for bearing with me during this time as well. I know this episode's been a little bit different, but yeah. Lastly, we're gonna look at these. I like it. I like it a lot. I like these townhomes over here. I think this looks really cool. This is an area. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace out.